What are goods? Goods are tangible items that are produced, can be stored, and can be transferred from one person or entity to another. They have a physical presence and can be seen, touched, and felt. When you acquire a good, you gain ownership of it. Characteristics of goods. Tangible. They have a physical form. Think of a book, a car, a piece of clothing, or a mobile phone. Producible. They are the result of a production process involving raw materials, labor, and capital. Storable. They can be held in inventory for future consumption or sale. This means they can be produced at one point in time and consumed at a later point. Transferable ownership. When you buy a good, you become its owner. This ownership can then be transferred to someone else. Satisfy wants and needs. They provide utility or satisfaction to consumers. Examples: furniture, electronics, food items, e.g., a loaf of bread, a bag of rice, machinery, vehicles. What is a commodity? A commodity is a specific type of good. It is a raw material or primary agricultural product that is fungible. This means that one unit of a commodity is essentially identical and interchangeable with another unit of the same commodity, regardless of who produced it or where it came from. Commodities are typically standardized in quality and are traded in bulk on specialized commodity markets. Their value is primarily driven by global supply and demand dynamics rather than brand differentiation. Characteristics of a commodity. Fungible, undifferentiated. The key defining feature. A barrel of Brent crude oil is considered the same as another barrel of Brent crude oil from a different producer. A bushel of wheat from one farm is generally considered the same as a bushel from another. Raw material or primary product. They are often inputs into the production of other goods. Standardized quality. They adhere to specific, uniform quality standards to facilitate trading. Traded on exchanges. Many commodities are traded on formal exchanges, like the New York Mercantile Exchange for oil or the Multi-Commodity Exchange of India for various commodities. Price-driven. Decisions to buy or sell are largely based on market price fluctuations. Examples: crude oil, natural gas, gold, silver, wheat, corn, coffee beans, cotton, iron ore. What is a product? A product is the most encompassing and broadest term among these. It refers to anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy a want or need. This means a product can be tangible, like a good or a commodity, or intangible, like a service, an idea, an experience, or a combination of these. It is the output of any economic activity that is intended for sale or consumption. Characteristics of a product. Broad scope. It's an umbrella term that covers goods, services, and even more abstract offerings. Market offering. It is conceived and created to be made available for exchange in a market. Value proposition. Its purpose is to provide value, utility, or a solution to a customer's problem or desire. Differentiable. Unlike a pure commodity, products can often be differentiated through branding, unique features, quality, packaging, marketing, and associated services. Examples: a new software application, intangible product; a branded smartphone, a tangible product/good; a financial consulting package, a service/product; a vacation tour, a product combining goods and services; a specific variety of coffee beans with a unique roast; a differentiated good that started as a commodity. What is a service? A service is an intangible activity or performance that one party provides for another. Unlike goods, services cannot be seen, touched, stored, or owned. They are characterized by their temporary nature and are often consumed at the very moment they are produced or delivered. Characteristics of a service. Intangible. They have no physical form. You cannot hold a haircut, a legal consultation, or a concert performance. Perishable. Services cannot be stored. An empty airline seat on a flight cannot be inventoried and sold after the flight has departed. Inseparable. Often. Production and consumption often occur simultaneously. For instance, a doctor performs a consultation as you consume it. Variable. The quality of a service can vary depending on who provides it, when and where. A haircut from one stylist might differ from another, or even from the same stylist on different days. No transfer of ownership. When you pay for a service, you are paying for the performance or the benefit derived from the act, not for the ownership of a physical item. Examples: haircutting, medical advice, legal consultation, teaching, transportation, banking, internet access, restaurant dining. The food is a good, but the act of serving and the dining experience are services. Core differences among the terms. The fundamental differences revolve around tangibility, storability, fungibility, and their position in the economic value chain. Tangibility. Goods and commodities are tangible, physical. Services are intangible. Products can be both tangible or intangible. Storability, perishability. Goods and commodities are generally storable, can be inventoried. Services are perishable, cannot be stored and are consumed at the point of delivery. Products vary based on whether they are a good or a service. Fungibility, differentiation. Commodities are highly fungible and undifferentiated. One unit is largely identical to another. Goods, especially finished consumer goods, and services are typically differentiated by brand, features, quality, and provider. Products encompass both undifferentiated commodities and differentiated goods, services offerings. Position in the value chain. Commodities are usually at the raw material or primary input stage of production. Goods are typically finished or semi-finished items that result from processing commodities. Services involve an act or performance that provides value. Products is the overarching term for any final market offering bin, whether it's a raw input, a finished good, or an intangible service. In simpler terms, you use commodities to make goods. Goods are physical things. Services are actions or experiences. Both goods and services, and even raw commodities in some contexts, are considered products when they are offered for sale in a market.